got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart, down in my heart. I've got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart to stay.
It feels good to have that joy. And look at this title screen. We're looking at us. We're looking at our beloved community because we are universal family. And if we're going to look at us, we must look at our co-founder, Charles Fillmore. And he defines universal family this way. If God is the Father of all, then all men and women are brothers and sisters in a universal family. In Christ's consciousness, we are all one. It's true. And we talk in unity often about our oneness. There's only one power and one presence in our life in the universe. We claim it. We know it. And yet, there's not one of us, I would guess, that's not aware that there's a lot of separateness, a lot of other, a lot of not necessarily congruency. Is there anyone who doesn't see that? I'm appreciating that you've arrived at that place, and I hope during the sharing of ideas, you will help us see it through your eyes. I love it. It's good. It's so good. This is fundamental to our knowing, and it is what we say we're about. Our mission that we've created is universal family. So it says, acknowledging the divinity within, acknowledging that Christ consciousness, that God self, that divine identity, whatever name you give it, it's the divinity within. We welcome and empower all. Now, is there anything in that statement that excludes anyone? No, it's all. And how are we going to do it? Through fellowship, education, and service to our community and the world. By very definition, our mission is universal family. And we do this in so many different ways. I'm so grateful that we participate in Family Promise. And the Family Promise leaders are going out to lunch today to honor the privilege of getting to serve the two families that stayed here for a week. And they were lifted up. Good food, a safe place, and they were emblems of people who are rising up to find stability in their life. So beautiful. And our little participation in helped us, didn't it? It helped lift up our hearts a little more for being of service. Unity was founded as the Education Institute. In fact, the only thing that Myrtle and Charles Fillmore ever incorporated was a school. Unity School of Practical Christianity. Because they saw education, learning, questioning, finding truth is really what's most important for us individually. And fellowship. Coming together and sharing, whether it's sharing our potlucks or working on a project together, we find connection and intimacy, and it's really very beautiful. So I look at this wisdom in all kinds of places. And today we're going to look towards Disney. Now, Disney put out a movie a few years ago, an animated movie, called Lilo and Stitch. And in it, an extraterrestrial beast gets brought in with a whole lot of love by a little girl. And she's explaining things, and she says, "You're Ohana." And Ohana means family. But more importantly, family means no one gets left behind or forgotten. So if we're going to live as universal family, if we're going to live in a frequency where we identify that we empower all, then we have our work cut out for us, don't we? And it's doable. It's completely doable. We have someone in our lifetime who lived this truth, Mother Teresa. She had a knowing that every single person is a blessing. And she was able to travel the world over treating and being present with love. No one left behind. No one forgotten. What would the world look like if each of us took the same simple truth that everyone is love, and then we treat everyone with the love they are? Do you think the world would shift and change a little bit? I think it would change a lot. Great wisdom in an animated movie that points to this truth. Together, we are a vibrant and thriving family. Let's say that. Together, we are a vibrant, thriving family. Now, because I love to do the research, I looked up vibrant in the dictionary, and it says vigorous, energetic, vital. That means it's absolutely important. Vital, it's very, very important. Our energy, our life energy is vital to our being. And thriving is to grow or develop vigorously to flourish. And that's what we are. We're a flourishing community that's stepping up in great service, doing great things for ourselves. And when we do it for ourselves, we are doing it for the world. We're a vibrant and thriving family. It feels good, doesn't it? Let's say it together again. We are a vibrant and thriving family. Can you identify with that? Does it feel like an energy worthy of practice? I think it is. And if we turn back to the wonderful wisdom of Charles Fillmore. Now, Charles Fillmore is a very wordy guy, and sometimes he's a little hard to chew on, but he's profoundly wise. So let's look at this. Peace and harmony are the focalizing ideas that accord with the divine nature of love. Meaning peace and harmony in union with our divine love. When they are associated in mind, there is no limit to man's power. So if we can link peace and harmony with our nature of love, there's no power greater. And why is that? It's because we're tapping into the very power of God. not making us God, but allowing God to flow through us. And that's what happens when we do Family Promise. Or what the people who came together yesterday for the Braver Angels workshop that was looking at depolarizing within. Because we're human. We criticize and we ridicule and we have contempt for and opinions. But when we're trying to relate with others, it's important for us to drop that and be able to listen. Really listen, so that we can be in the same room with each other. This is actually how family works. Blood family, the people you've grown up with, celebrated holidays with. Does anyone come from a family where every single person is the same? No, it's not even possible. Families to demonstrate to us that diversity is what makes life interesting. And my family is extremely diverse. You couldn't find 3 people more different than my brother, sister, and I. We're all radiant beings, all very bright and intelligent and doing our service in the world, but we're so different. Look at your own family. And isn't it possible to love everyone in your family despite the differences? Now, we might need to keep a little distance from certain individuals from our family because they're a little toxic. We don't need to go and embrace everyone. We just need to love and accept what is. And then we can live in a world where no one is left behind. No one's forgotten. I have discovered that everyone likes to be acknowledged. As I walk in my community, just walk in the neighborhood, I've had the practice that I smile and wave to every single car that passes. In my development, along Alvis Lane, along Farm to Market 1101. And one thing, everybody waves back. It might be the steering wheel wave. It could be the or the. But it happens, and I've been doing this for 3 years now. And guess what happens? Many of them waved to me before I've had a chance to wave to them because they know I'm going to wave to them. Now, I don't have any idea what this does to the people who I'm waving to, but I know what it does to me. It makes me feel like I belong where I am, that I have connection with people I don't even know. And I'm not just letting people drive by. What choices can we make to lift people up? To own that we can participate in life by embracing and empowering all. It really is a choice. And it is something we can do. We have all the power within us. Simply put here by, well, let me rephrase that. Intricately expressed by Charles Fillmore, we can bring our peace, our harmony, in alignment with the divine love within us. And when we do that, we can change the world. We are changing the world. And what we can do together by working together to do a project, an event, build on something, or clean the mess up, we can get much more done. So it all comes back to our mission. Let's read this together. Acknowledging the divinity within, we welcome and empower all through fellowship, education, and service to our community and the world. So if you're ready to turn on that power tool in your life to change the world for the better, light, peace, and harmony, and love, and see how God flows through your experience, because we are universal family. Thank you.
Step out on the water, release your faith. Every step is stronger. Step out on the water.